Okay, all right. We'll struggle through it. Onward through the fog, we say in Austin. It's time, isn't it? Anybody need this frequency for any kind of emergency? K5LYN. Okay, we get together here on Wednesday evenings, and as Jay and I just demonstrated, try to find our way through the fog in terms of getting a bunch of vintage radios on the air. My name is Lynn. I'm in Austin, and the radio that I'm transmitting on is called Cheap and Easy SSB, built by KG7TR from a radio article in QST Magazine 1956. He built it in more recent times and did a spectacular job. The 40 watts out of the Cheap and Easy SSB, which is built on a BC458 chassis, is driving a Johnson Viking Courier amplifier. That's 2813s grid-driven that K5CGI Richard has made available to me to use on this net. Okay, buy-sell trades are appropriate if they're vintage radio related, and if you've got a technical question, this is a great place to ask for advice. I'm going to call some folks, then I'll give it to Jay, then Jay's going to give it to Rusty. If you got forgotten about, if you were an early person and you didn't get called, pop in and say, hey, I should have been one of the earlies. Talk to me. All right, let's see if Barry's around. KF5YMF. Barry, you happen to be here? How about it? K5LYN.
Hey, Lynn, glad you put me on the list there. Yeah, back with my 500C here, Swan, and good to hear you guys. That sounds good this evening. Good band.
Great signal, Barry. Yeah, after you left WB1E, Doug came in on his 500, and I'm going to call him next because I said you two guys got some of the best audio on the net. Over.
All right.
Can
well,
you
thanks.
get me nailed early,
and might know who I bought it from.
Yeah, good. Well said, Barry. Anything else for the group this evening?
That's it. Thanks for calling me. KF5YMF, back to net.
Yeah, we'll look forward to getting to breakfast soon. I've got one shot, and you've got one shot, so we're looking for our second vaccination. WB1E, hey, Doug, talk to us. K5LYN.
Yeah, okay. I heard Robert jump in there. Good evening, Robert. This is Doug, WB1E, and I'm also on a Swan 500. I'm using a Electro Voice 638 microphone, and just running. Actually, I'm cheating tonight. I'm going through an amplifier, so going up to about 90 feet up an inverted V cut for this frequency of all frequencies. So anyway, 4-to-1 balun, homemade, hand wound. Pretty soon, I think I'm going to consider a loop, and I won't need any 4-to-1 balun up there or anything. So it's all about if the smaller towers can handle it. So we'll see. But enjoying the sounds of all the heavy iron. So Lynn and Rusty and Jay, awesome job, you guys always. This is WB1E, back to net.
You were barefooted a while ago. Are you still?
I'm sorry, say again?
I think you were barefooted a while ago. You sound like you're on an amplifier now. You're super strong.
Yeah, I'm on. I decided that I'd just put some slicks on the hot rod and see what she'd do, you know.
It does a lot. Great to hear you, Doug. Anything else for the group this evening?
No, everybody, let's everybody got to hang around. You never know when the band's going to go bad, so I'll clean it up and send it back to you, Lynn. Thanks.
Yeah, we'll talk fast. How about to Don, W5DK? Hey, Don, talk to us.
Yeah, good evening, Lynn, everybody. Thanks for picking me up. I'm in Spring Branch, north of Bulverde, San Antonio. I'm using my trusty old Drake station. So it's a TR4 with a D104 and running pretty much legal with a L4 amp. And the antenna system is an automatic tuner going out to a balun to a double extended ZEP, 300-something feet wire. So thanks for picking me up. Everybody sounds good. Band's holding up good. So I'll give it back to you so you can get on the next one. W5DK.
The band is super good, Don. You got a great signal into Austin. Let's hope it holds up. And about your amplifier, my second shift, assuming the band is still there, I'll be on the 10A, which drives the homebrew amplifier, which drives the L4B. And so we're going to try that second shift here tonight. Okay, let me yell out the window from neighbor. TXW. Hey, George, how about it? K5LYN.
All in and all around the net from WB5TXW for the finest hour of amateur radio for the week. I'm on the S line, 32S175. S3, 30L1, Shure 444, power supply, the speaker box, and the usual 75-meter antenna. Attention, KL7CD, the book I've got is Firing Line, W.E.B. Griffin, but I know there's more where they mention radios in the Solomon Islands. So, Mike, if you send me an email to wb5tx@arl.net, I will send you some more info. In any event, Lynn, that's about it. Over.
Talking up in Storm, George. By the way, have you, in terms of getting us all together for breakfast again, have you got you a shot yet?
No, I'm probably not going to get a shot till, I think, June or so. Over.
Well, you're old enough, I think. Get on the phone.
Well, then what do I do? Fly there?
No, we'll work something out.
Well, the last thing I'm going to do is stand in a crowd of a couple of hundred people. I'll get the shot eventually. Have been pretty healthy so far in my life. But we'll talk about it. WB5TXW back to net.
Okay, all right. Now, let me see here. I'm going to talk to IGG Adolf and WW9W and W5LIS. Then I'm going to give it to Jay, and I'll tell Jay who I haven't talked to. So, how about Adolf? WA5IGG. How about it, Adolf? K5LYN.
Yeah, thanks for picking me up, Lynn. This afternoon we're talking on the TR4 with a R4 on the side and homebrew amplifier with the also using the Turner Plus 3 microphone. The signals are really, really great tonight. We're 40 to 50 over, and everybody sounds real good. So anyway, don't have much else to say. Back to you, Lynn.
Well, I'll say your Drakes are hard to beat. I mean, I like the work you're doing on the Helicrafters, those that rare set of twins you've got down there. But they won't beat the Drake. The Drake's great, Adolf.
Yeah, QSL, agreed. But anyway, it's been a lot of good signals out there, a lot of good sounding radio. So thanks for picking me up, and we'll turn it back to net. This is WA5IGG. Over to you, Lynn.
Great to hear you, Adolf. We need to get together when we can. Okay, hey, WW9W, Robert, talk to us.
All righty. Lynn, K5LYN, and the boat anchors, WW9W. Yeah, I'm on the old Drake TR4C this evening, using a Shure 444. Looks like about 1,400 watts out going into the old 4x1000 homebrew amplifier, and that's going into a double bazooka coaxial antenna. So that's what's going on this end. Seems to be doing pretty good. I'm looking all across the room at the bird meter there. Looks like it's peaking about 1,500. Hey, appreciate you, man, running it. Everybody have a great evening, and hey, be safe. Good Lord, adversity, be safe most of all. And Jay, hello to you. I didn't get to speak to you earlier. Hello to you. And I'll hand it back to you, Lynn. K5LYN, WW9W. I'll see you later, okay?
Outstanding signal, Robert. It's talking up a storm. You just like I said to Adolf, you can't beat those Drakes, I'll tell you what. All right, I'm going to talk to LIS, and after I do that, I'm going to tell Jay who I haven't talked to that I've got on my list here. Hey, Alan, talk to us, K5LYN.
Okay, Lynn. Thanks for picking me up. W5LIS here, Alan, in Oklahoma. I'm on a Collins KWM2A, and it's pushing a old Kenwood 922 amplifier, and that's going into an inverted Z that I put up over 20 years ago. But this is I got a D104 on this old Collins, and I don't know how it sounds. It's the first time I've ever had this D104 on, but that's all we got going on here, Lynn. Thanks again for picking me up, and I'm enjoying listening to all the boat anchors out there. Everybody have a good evening. W5 Lost in Space.
Hey, Alan, your D104 is sounding great. You know, a lot of the crystals have failed, and they get real tinny sounding. Has that got the original crystal in it?
Yes, sir, sure does.
Okay, protect it with your life, because they're aging out on us. That was our favorite microphone for decades, you know. Great to hear you, Alan. Anything else for the group this evening?
Thank you, sir. Hello to everybody.
Okay, Jay, what I've got here, I haven't talked to SM, Ron, KC5L Tom, KL7CD Mike. I haven't talked to N50JB or BTM Ralph or CXG. That's what it looks like on my end. And if I drop the ball, whoever we got forgotten about can pop in there and tell us. Take it away, JK5LYN, and I'll shift gears to a different radio next shift.
Okay. I think I got most of who you said, except who was it after Ralph?
CXG, maybe?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've got him written down. All right. We'll kick her off there and see what we get, and then we'll see what happens. This is, everybody, the Boat Anchors Unlimited Net. My name is Jay. My call is KM. Wouldn't do that again. The bird had to say something. My call is Kilo Mike 5 Quebec Sierra, and I am on a Kenwood TS820 Sugar. In transceive mode with a Kenwood R820 receiver, driving a TL922 amplifier to distraction to the tune of about 1,501 watts, sort of. And anyway, it's hearing y'all just fine too, so we'll see what happens. On a serious note, y'all give a thought. Some of y'all already heard me say this earlier. I'm going to repeat it for those who weren't listening at the time. One of our very good friends passed away yesterday. Excellent amateur radio operator and just an all-around fine gentleman, no matter what people might say about him. Jude, N5NGC, became a victim of the COVID virus. So, God bless you, Jude. We'll miss you. All right. With that, let me start off with N50JB. Denver, go ahead.
All right. Thank you, Jay. This is N50JB, and I'm sure sorry to hear about Jude. Saw that earlier today. I'm talking to you on a pair of, I'm talking to you on a Collins S line. I'm running a 75S1 for a receiver, and I'm running a 32S1 for the transmitter. I'm driving an old NCL 2000 amplifier, and I'm running that into a inverted V fan dipole with an apex at about 30 foot. Y'all laugh at me if you see the microphone. It's an old realistic hand mic. It's white and it's ugly as can be. But I do have a new microphone here for these radios as soon as I get me a new plug for them. I got a good looking silver microphone shaped like a stop sign, chicken choker type mic, and that's what's going to go on it. That's about it. And back to you, Jay. N50JB.
Okay, Denver. Good deal. It sounds fine. It's Collins. I mean, everybody can't have a Kenwood. I'm just kidding. No, it sounds good, Denver. I'm sure that mic will sound good, too. Thank you, sir. W5DPP. Sammy, how about you?
Well, I'm here. Good evening, everybody on the net. This is W5DPP. And I'm not on the boat anchor receiving. I'm on the flex and one of them RF kits amplifiers. But I do have some boat anchor stuff that needs to move down the road without any hamfest. It's difficult to exchange this stuff these days. But anyway, I've got some 75 A1, 75 A3, 75 A4 Collins receivers and transmitters. Got a couple of HRO 60s with plug-in coils and this stuff like that. If you're looking for some kind of boat anchor, look me up on QRZ and give me a whirl there. Otherwise, that's about it there. KM5QS W5DPP.
Okay, Sammy. Yeah, good deal. Yep, I'm sure you're getting loaded up, but like you say, I miss the Hamfest too. A lot of us do. Maybe one of these days we'll get to do that again. I'm sure y'all heard Sammy just fine, but if there's somebody out there that is hearing me that didn't, and you're looking for some boat anchor gear, Sammy's got a bunch of stuff. He's got some Collins 75A1s, 2, 3, 4, 75A4s in good condition, HRO 60s with the plug-ins and all. And he's probably got some more stuff laying around there too. If you need something, you can look him up on QRZ and give him an email or whatever, or you can call him at 979-820-4814. I'll repeat that just in case somebody wants to write it down. 979-820-4814. Thank you, Sammy. Catch you later. K8WOZ. Dan, your turn.
Hey, good evening, Jay. I didn't know if I was going to get picked up or not. This is Dan, KWZ, downtown Sanctuary City of Houston, Texas. We're just talking on a Kenwood 830. Have I got RF in there tonight, Jay?
Is it? No, I don't hear it.
Okay. I didn't make much change since last week. That's what I wondered. Anyway, it's a Kenwood 830 driving a homebrew 3813's amplifier. It took me about a year to get it working right. And the microphone's a Shure 444D. The antenna's a 2-band bazooka like a lot of guys are running. And this amplifier I've discovered, and I think I've proven the point now, that you put 3 813s in parallel and you don't need a tuned input. The input impedance is it's just right at 50 ohms. It's shocking. So anyway, and that's on 80, 40, and 20. I haven't tried it on 17 yet, but 80, 40, and 20, it's 1-to-1 essentially all the way through there. Let's see, something else I was going to mention. I got a Helicopter's HT40. It's a small CW. That's the 60s era transmitter. And the front panel looked good. They had a crappy paint job on the cabinet. It was the wrong color, but I decided I was going to fiddle with that and see if I can get it working, and pretty much had to rebuild it. But main thing was a lot of miswiring. I don't know if it ever did work, but a lot of miswiring and filter capacitors, that stuff. But I got it working and made a few CW contacts, but I found out that, boy, the AM audio out of that thing is incredible. So I'm going to, either tomorrow or this weekend, I'm going to put it on 3870 AM, just see if I can talk to somebody with it. That's it from here, Jay. Oh, I got my second COVID shot today, so that's all done with. I went to get my ankle fixed yesterday, and she put the boot on me. So did you ever try and drive a car or a truck with that damn boot on? Can't do it. That's it from here, KWOZ.
Okay, Dan. No, it sounds fine. And that, with that amplifier shocking, you forgot you're supposed to keep your left hand in your pocket. But anyway, all right. Yeah, we're in line, or we're going to be in line tomorrow. They've got a hospital down here in Kingsville that's going to give out about 1,200 shots, and we may get over there early enough to see if we can get our first shot. But anyway, I said we may. She's behind me, and I don't know if she wants to go or not. But anyway, that's the way that goes. Thank you, Dan.
Roger. By the way, on those vaccinations, I think within the next 30 days there are going to be enough of them that to be giving them out on the street corner.
You're probably right. Oh, me. What? Okay, I've almost lost my train of thought there. She snuck up on me. KM5QS, Boat Anchors Net, Boat Anchors Unlimited. Suffix of Sierra Mike. Go ahead.
Yeah, Jay, this is Ron, N5SM, and thanks for running the net. Gives me something to really look forward to on Wednesday afternoon after work. I appreciate it. But tonight I'm on the old TS830, driving the TL922 amp, doing about 1,200 watts, just letting it loaf along a little bit. And that's going up through my Viking tuner, ladder line up to a 80-meter full-size loop at about 30 feet. That's about all I have here. Everybody sounding good. Sorry to hear about the fella passing also. So, anyway, everybody have a good week, and catch you next week in 5SM.
Okay, Ron. Good deal. Sounding fine down here in Alice, Texas. Of course, most everything well, anyway, you got to live here to know what I'm talking about. Anyway, thank you, sir, for checking in. KA5CXG. How's San Angelo doing tonight?
Well, we are getting ready for the cold. That's how we're doing. KA5CXG, hearing everybody real well right now. Of course, that may change in 10 minutes, but hearing everybody pretty good. We're just doing our thing around here. Hadn't done anything extraordinary. I'm still looking for an HQ 180. If anybody's got one thing, let me know. And other than that, we're rolling right along. I'm very sorry to hear about Jude passing away. I've done business with him or bought radios from him, and I just liked him as a person. And we are going to miss him. And anyway, that's it from here. Everybody have a real good week, and we will catch you next time. KA5CXG.
Okay, Bob. Sounding fine down here. That man's holding in so far. I guess we'll see what we can do. KL7CD, Mike.
Okay, Jay, thanks for letting me in there. This is KL7 Charlie Delta. My name is Mike. I'm in New Braunfels, Texas. I got a couple of questions, but I'm going to tell you the rig rundown first. I'm running the Hallicrafters Twins like I always do. SX117 receiver, HT44 transmitter in transceive mode, or what they call slave mode. I'm using the receiver VFO for both transmit and receive. I have the matching speaker and power supply, real nice looking rig. And that runs into an SB220 Heathkit amplifier. I'm running about 900 watts right now. Got it back down just a little bit. And that runs into Johnson Viking kilowatt tuner. They call it a matchbox, I think. And that runs via coax up to a dipole up about 25 feet, cut for this end of the 75-80 meter band. And the microphone's a D104, and I have no idea if this has the stock crystal in it or not. I've got two of them. I bought them used at a flea market and Hamfest, I should say. And they both work, but I have no idea if these are replacement elements or the originals. Let's see, what else? Okay, a couple of questions. Whoever talked about, and you don't have to answer them on the net, but if somebody after the net's over, talk about it a little bit. I'm interested in these COVID shots in that I don't have any idea how you get on a list or how you get selected or how you get, in line. I'm 72, soon to be 73 years old, so I should certainly qualify for the at-risk age category. And if anybody's got some comments on that, I would appreciate knowing about it because I need to get in line. Next thing is concerning a horizontal loop antenna. I'm working on one. I'm going to feed it with 450 ohm ladder line. And everything I've read about bringing it into the shack states that when you switch over from 450 to coax, you're going from ladder line 450 to coax 50, and they use a 4-to-1 balun. Well, if you do the division, the difference in those impedances is 9-to-1. And so I'm wondering if a 4-to-1 is actually okay. Do I need a 9-to-1? That sort of thing. Next question is my balun. I would like to place it inside the shack because I have a feed through at my window. It's an MFJ and it's got a balance line connection on the outside. Bring it to the inside, go about 6 inches, go to the balun, and then come out of the balun with about 6 feet of coax. That's what I'm thinking. But what I'm wondering is 6 inches of balance feed line inside the shack and the balun inside the shack. Does anybody anticipate I might have some problems with RF or any other idiosyncrasies? That's it from here, Jay. Sorry to tie it up so long. Back to you, KL7 Charlie Delta in New Braunfels.
LYN.
Okay. Yeah, just a second, Lynn. I'll let you fill in what you know after I tell him what I know. Number one, COVID shots. Call your doctor. She or he should know if there's anything in the area that's fixing to happen or going to happen, or they can tell you who to call to get on a list, and then they'll call you when the shots are available. Other than that, it's a confused situation, so that's about the best you're going to be able to do. The other thing, the 9-to-1 balance, I need to know, do you have a balanced tuner?
Yes, I do. I've got the kilowatt matchbox from Johnson.
Okay. Then it probably would be a 9-to-1 balun, but you will not have any problem putting that stuff into your shack. I'm running the open line in through the window deal all the way to the back of the tuner. It's inside the shack, and I'm putting 1,500 watts to it, and I have no problems with RF or anything like that. As long as your line is balanced, it will not radiate.
Okay, Roger. Well, this old tuner doesn't have a balun built into it, and I've got a Dentron, and it does have a balun inside of it. But a lot of the old tuners, some of the old tuners didn't have baluns internal to the tuner. So I'm going to need something to get from 450 to 50. But if I can feed balance lines straight to the tuner, it should not be a problem.
Yeah, if you can, what you would do in that case is use a 1-to-1 choke balun on the input of the tuner between the radio and the tuner, and then the balance line coming out of a balanced tuner, and that's exactly what I'm running here, and that's the only balun I have. I don't have anything outside. Lynn, did you have some suggestions?
Yeah, he doesn't need a balun at all. The coax runs from the radio to the Johnson matchbox, and the output of the Johnson matchbox is a balanced line right into the 450 ohm twin lead. Mike, over.
Yeah, I know it's got the connection on the back. In fact, it's also got a single wire, if you want to run a single wire. But I didn't know if having that feed line being a balanced feed line inside the shack was going to cause me any problems. And if I use a balun and decide to go to coax input or output from the tuner instead of the balanced lines, I'm sure I'd need some kind of balun to make that match.
Well, there's just not a reason to do that I can think of. I mean, I have no RF in my shack. I never have had. The RF goes right out of the matchbox into the balance line, out the window, and to the loop. That's all there is to it.
And zero balun anywhere.
Not if you don't need it.
No balun anywhere.
Okay, well, that makes it a lot easier.
All right. Anything else, Mike?
Oh, I got both questions answered, at least partially, and I'm good to go.
How about that phone number that you gave out earlier? Can I use it again?
I'm sorry, what? Somebody asked for a phone number?
Yeah, the one that was given out earlier.
Oh, from Sammy?
Yes, sir.
Okay, it's 979 is the area code, 820-4814. Repeat, 979-820-4814. And he needs some help getting rid of some of that stuff. He's getting hard to walk through the aisles in his shop.
I'm looking for an SC102. I'll give him a call after that. Thank you. K7RCT.
Okay. He, let's see, a couple of days ago he did have an FT102. But anyway, all right. Let me do two more and then I'll turn it to Rusty. KC5L, are you in there?
KM5QS and the Boat Anchors Net. This is Tom, KC5L. Good evening, Jay. Thanks for picking me up. Tonight we're on the Central Electronics 200B with the D104 microphone, and that's pushing a Central Electronics 600L amplifier doing about 300 watts into a Johnson kilowatt matchbox, and that's going directly to open wire line, going straight up and through a pair of feed-throughs in the sheetrock of the ceiling, through the attic, and to a homebrew doublet up about 15 feet. And we're listening on an R390A. And I will concur with Lynn with regards to directly driving the open wire line and not using any coax between the Johnson KW matchbox and the antenna. Anytime you have to put a balun between your tuner and the antenna, that's a compromise because the SWR will just cause it to get warm and you'll lose some of your power. Anyhow, that's all I have, so back to net, KC5L.
Okay, Tom, good deal. Yeah, that's the experience I've had. I run the open line all the way to, I have a Palstar. Well, I also have a homebrew. It's what I'm on right now, balance tuner that I built, and I run the open line straight to it. The only balun is a choke balun on the input, just to isolate, anything from getting back to the rig. But anyway, let's see, BTM, Ralph, your turn.
Yeah, good evening there, Jay. This is N5BTM, Ralph and Spring, 30 miles north of the sanctuary city. First of all, sorry to hear about the passing of Jude there. He will be missed. This evening, using a Kenwood TS520, and that's driving a homebrew amplifier using 4 813s. Running about 900 watts to 1,000 out. And microphone is a Shure 444D. All that's going through a Drake MN 2700 tuner out to a trap dipole. And we have that dipole in the inverted V configuration. And we're monitoring things with a WM1. So, that's about the sum total of it here. And one other thing, too, I might say, Jay, there, most of the things, you need to be on a waiting list or have an appointment on those vaccinations like that. It's, at least up here you do, or you're supposed to up here anyway. So back to you, KM5QS and N5BTM.
It helps if I push on the wrong button, the right foot feed here. Yeah, it's just a confused deal. It's different wherever you go. The one that we're supposed to, or that we may go to tomorrow, was a spur of the moment thing. They got some vaccine in, and so it was a word of mouth deal through some of the doctors who called some of us and said, if you want to get in line, and when they run out, they're out. But it's different anywhere you go. So it's just the best thing to do, I would say, if a fellow doesn't know what's going on, is to call his doctor and pick their brains about it.
Well, the other thing, too, you can just Google COVID-19 vaccinations in your area. Just get on the internet and do that, and that'll pop up. That'll give you where the county's doing it, or some hospitals are doing it, or whoever has the vaccines that might be available. So whether public or a private practice deal. So anyway, N5BTM.
One more comment, Jay?
Yes, sir, go ahead.
Yeah, it's very common for people to take a lightweight folding chair. I recommend that.
Well, we'll be sitting in the vehicle. They're going to do it in the front parking lot of the hospital, and you line up and you drive through, and you don't even have to get out of the car.
That's the best way. I wasn't as lucky.
Well, I hope we're lucky. I don't know. She's pretty tired. She might not want to go. All right, I'm holding Rusty up here. Before I turn it to Rusty, if anyone would, I have a set of twins, Kenwood twins, 599 Deltas. Y'all have heard them many times. And I love them. They're museum quality. They're not going to be cheap, but I would sell them. If anyone is is really interested, I've got a microphone that can go with them, an MC50. I've got the speaker. I've got the patch, everything you need. All you need is a wall outlet and an antenna, and it's ready to go. So if anyone's interested, you can look me up and email me, or my phone number is 361, after the net, of course, 361-453-2731. 361-453-2731. And the only reason I'm moving them is because I'm getting old, and I got too many radios, and it's time for somebody else to have some fun with an excellent set of twins. KM5QS to WK5R. Rusty, get to work.
KM5QS, WK5R. Hang on just a second. I have drifted just a hair. Let's straighten that up right there. No, a little bit more here. Before I reach there. Hello, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, hello, 1, 2. Okay. Sorry about that. Hadn't talked on it in a little while, so I kind of got out of whack. Anyway, this is WK5R. I'm on the Helicopters HT37. The microphone is an Audio-Technica AT2035, and that feeds a homebrew GS35B amplifier at hello. Holy moly, what happened there? I don't know. Oh, I know. Yeah, there we go. Dirty band switch. Anyway, that feeds the homebrew GS35 amplifier, and we're running about 1,300 watts into a fan dipole up about 50 feet. So with that, who else out there for the Boat Anchors Unlimited come now?
Kilo Echo 5 Quebec.
Hey, go ahead, Jim.
Yeah, good evening, Rusty. This is Kilo Echo 5 Quebec. Jim in Plano. And I'm on the Collins equipment tonight, the KWM2 3001 with a Shure 444. And we're going into the Ultimax Double Bazooka 8040. And everybody's sounding real good tonight. The band seems to be holding up, so I won't hold it up. Go ahead, Rusty. Appreciate you calling the net. KE5Q.
Jim, Collins Station sounds great as usual. And, well, you might not have said that because you might jinx it. Who knows? All right, who else out there for the Boat Anchors Unlimited come now?
Kilo 5 Hotel Papa Golf.
Okay, the station ending in Papa Golf.
Yeah, this is Hugh, Kilo 5 Hotel Papa Golf in Pelham, Mississippi. Thanks for letting me join you guys again tonight. Listening on a Drake 2B. Also got a Central Electronics 20A, which I'm talking into with a Sennheiser 421, which I'm going through.
Preamp of an old All-Tech tube amp, and I'm driving a homebrew pair of 4400s, and that's going up to slant dipole about 60 feet above my house. Over.
Okay, you guys are just around there a little bit. I didn't get everything you said there. You went from a little low to a little high. But Roger on the Drake 2B receiver and the Central Electronics 28, it was sounding good when it passed by here on frequency. Anything else for the net?
No, that's it. Sorry about that drifting. I didn't. I should have turned my 458 VFO on in this morning and let it warm up. Over.
Roger. Hey, you got it back pretty close there. Appreciate you for checking in there. All right. Who else for the Boat Anchors Unlimited? Come now.
November 0, Golf Victor Kilo.
N0 GVK. Go ahead there, Kurt.
Hey, good evening, Rusty and the net. This is N0 GVK, heard in South Central Nebraska. And tonight I pulled a different Galaxy out of the old collection. I'm running a Galaxy GT550, and I'm using a Shure Triple 4D microphone on this. And I have the matching VFO RV550 and speaker console with that power supply. And I'm getting about 250 watts out of the rig into a output antenna up about 25 feet. And we're just up here hanging out. We got about 10 inches of snow up here, Rusty. 18 or 14 inches in other places at the state. So not going too far this week. Thanks for letting me check in, Rusty. WK5R, this is Ben here at GBK.
Okay, Kurt. Yeah, the Galaxy 550 is sounding good there. And Roger on the 10 inches of snow. Well, we got a little bit down here a couple of weeks back, but that's about it. Appreciate you checking in, Kurt. We'll check in that kitchen next time. Who else for the Boat Anchors Unlimited? Come now.
Kilo Bravo Papa.
All right, go ahead, Marty.
Yeah, appreciate it. This is Marty, N5KBP. I'm not on a true boat anchor tonight. I'm on an old Kenwood TS440. Of course, it's over 40 years old, so it's getting real long in the tooth. It just has to be what's sitting here on the workbench. I've been tinkering with and working on it. Running it into my 200-foot extended zip at barefoot, of course. And that's about it on this end. Just throwing it out there. I don't have the FT102 right now. I got it sitting over there in the corner. I've got to put it back up on the operating condition. So that's it. Inside of KBP.
Okay, Marty. Yeah, the 440 started out good. Now at the end, it sounded like it had a little bit of RF in it. Hello. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay. Anyway, it's drifting a little bit, so I got a little bit of RF in there. All right, thank you, Marty. All right, who's next on the Boat Anchors Unlimited? Come now. Anybody copy that station?
Kilo 5 Yankee Kilo Alpha 5 India X-Ray Radio.
Okay, there's two of them there. Okay, the 9 station, go ahead. Okay, yeah, the Kenwood 820, I believe it was, is sounding fine there. A little light from way up there. So appreciate you checking in. Okay, who was the 5 station?
It's Kilo Alpha 5 India X-Ray Radio.
India X-Ray Radio. Go ahead.
Yeah, call is Kilo Alpha 5 India X-Ray Radio. Thank you very much. Handler here is David. David, I'm here in Austin, Texas, a couple of blocks north of UT, right here downtown. Talking on a Kenwood TS520S barefoot into a little crappy G5 RV antenna. So how copy? Over.
I'm copying you about 20 over. Band's good between here and UT right now.
That's good to know. I gotta get my station up and running. I'm still working on it. I got an old Galaxy 2000 that I'm trying to get back on the air, but band sounds really good here. You're pegging the meter here, and I got the RF gain about 12 o'clock. Over.
Roger. Well, I am running a little bit of power there. All right, David. Yeah, the TS520 sounds great there. Anything else for the net?
That's about it. Thank you very much, and good luck to everybody.
All right. Who else for the Boat Anchors Unlimited? Come now.
Whiskey 6 Golf Romeo Oscar.
Whiskey 6 Golf Romeo Oscar, I believe it is. Go ahead.
Yeah, good evening. This is Mike down in Kerrville. Everyone is, like you said, 20 over this evening, so the bands are awesome. I'm running a 7100 barefoot with the NFED, and it seems to be doing me pretty well. Kind of holding off till we move to our new house before I really set things up down in Bandera. So thought I'd pop in, say hello, and appreciate everything you guys do. W6GRO 73.
Okay, sounding good there from Kerrville. I get what the radio was because I had some interference coming from an adjacent channel there. Appreciate checking in anyway. We'll catch you next time. All right. Now, who else for the Boat Anchors Unlimited? Come now.
Kilo Echo Zero Yankee Mike Zulu.
Kilo Echo Zero Yankee Mike Zulu. Go ahead.
Thank you very much. Yes, the name is David. I'm in Springfield, Missouri. I'm checking in tonight with running out through an MT-3008 Dentron tuner to a ladder crane about 30 feet. The dipole is flat top in configuration, and it's about 135 feet long. So that's what I'm using tonight. I checked in last week for the first time, and so I thought I'd check in tonight. So KE0YMZ/AG.
Okay. Yeah, and again, congratulations on the upgrade there. The Kenwood sounds good there from Springfield, and I have some kinfolks that live down there on the southeastern corner of Springfield there. Anyway, appreciate you checking in. We'll look for you next week. All right, who else for the Boat Anchors Unlimited? Come now. The one ending in whiskey, go ahead.
Delta Juliet Whiskey, Dave, and Beaumont, Mississippi. Just thought I'd run in here at the last and give a report. Everybody has good signals. Reading everybody, we're on the Drake TR4C, running barefoot into an off-center fan dipole about 55 feet high, and enjoying the net. Thank you for doing the honors tonight. Over.
Roger, roger. Well, David, the TR4C sounds great from Mississippi there, and we'll catch you next time. All right, who's next for the Boat Anchors Unlimited? Come now. Who else for the Boat Anchors Unlimited net? Come now.
KBZOUO, is that?
Well, go ahead, Perry.
Yeah, good evening, guys. Been a long time no hear from me here on Boat Anchor Net. I'm usually working here on Wednesday nights, but we had a little bit of a snow event early this morning, and they canceled school, so I got to come home early this evening. But I didn't come home early enough to get the East Kit stuff going, so we're on our Kenwood 830, the one I've had for 20 years, I guess. Well, maybe not that long, close to that long. But anyway, using it and running the little. While I am on the East Kit, I'm using the little SB 230. That's got the 8873 little tube in it, run about 500 watts. So anyway, that's kind of the story here. And sure good to be here and hearing everybody here on the net. So I'll just wave my hand all the way around and we'll ride along. KBZO, you know that.
All right, Perry. The Kenwood 830 sounds good, and Roger on the 230 East Kit amplifier. All right, who's next for the Boat Anchors Unlimited? Come now.
Kilo 5 Yankee Whiskey Bravo.
Kilo 5 Yankee Whiskey Bravo. Go ahead.
Thank you. My name is Mike, Mexico India Kilo Echo, and we're new to the hobby, but my first rig here I picked up is a Kenwood 520 SE Echo. How copy?
You're a little light, but I'm copying everything you say, Mike.
Thank you. I'm also that the rig is going out the window to a 80-meter off-center fed dipole, hanging about 30 feet off the peak of the roof. Over.
Roger, roger. That sounds good. Anything else for the net?
I've got a question. I just picked up on eBay a Tom 30L1. Anybody have any suggestions on things to do before I plug it in? Over.
not really. But if you do have a variac, you can bring it up slowly on a variac and let it cook in. If not, I would just plug it in and turn it on and let it set for several hours before you try transmitting on it.
Roger, thank you. I've downloaded the manual, and it doesn't look too complicated inside. I've worked in electronics my whole life, so this is just the next fun hobby for me. And I appreciate you guys on the net here. I hope to catch you again the next time. Over. Back to net.
Roger, Mike. And remember the safety rule. Keep your left hand in your back pocket if you're left-handed. If you're right-handed, and if you're left-handed, keep your right hand in your back pocket. Over.
Copy that. Thank you much, gentlemen.
All right, Mike. Appreciate it. All right. Anybody else for the Boat Anchors Unlimited net? Come now.
Kilo 5, Lima Tango.
K5LT. Go ahead. That is Lloyd, right?
You're close. It's Lyle. Lima Yankee, Lima Echo.
I was in the right part of the alphabet. Go ahead, Lyle.
Hi, good evening, everybody on the net. Net's sounding good tonight. Running the usual stuff here. Running the Heathkit SB101 to the SB221 amplifier out through a double extended ZEP running through the cedar trees. So everybody's sounding good. And nothing new on this end, just same old, same old.
Okay, Lyle, appreciate you checking in there. And
everybody enjoy it.
The
so back to you,
Heathkit 101 sounds good, and so does the amp. Catch you next time. All right, anybody else for the Boat Anchors Unlimited? Come now. All right, Lynn, have you switched rigs? Are you ready?
Well, let's see. What's it sound like?
Yeah, put glue on it. Let's go for it. K5LYN, WK5R.
Okay, you picked up a mess of them there. This is K5LYN, Lynn and Austin. I have switched radios. So, need some reports on how this thing is sounding. I've got a Central Electronics 10A from the year 1951. The radio is 70 years old, and 2 weeks ago it lost its sideband suppression. And I found an audio transformer that was open, and I've replaced that transformer, and it looks like it's pretty good. The impression I have checking it out here, but if there's anybody out there with a Flex would give me some advice about how much sideband suppression I've got, I'd kind of like to hear it, and if the audio sounds okay. And I know I have a little bit of carry. That's kind of common on these radios. Okay, who wants to talk boat anchors tonight? K5LYN, calling and listening. Okay, Byron, you're quite a bit up the band, I think. Now, I could be wrong about that, since this is a maiden voyage since I worked on this radio, but you sound like you're quite a bit above the band, above the frequency. Over.
He is.
Yeah, come down where we can understand you.
Okay, is that any better?
Well, talk to us a little bit more. I think you went a little bit too far.
That's what I don't like about these modern digital radios. I'm not on a boat anchor.
Well, now, when you said boat anchor, you were in the right place, so talk quick, Byron.
I think I'm going to have to clean this puppy up. I apologize. Y'all can follow me around like that, like we did earlier with that fellow over Kenwood, I believe.
Well,
yeah, couldn't get a boat anchor on tonight. I'm running this Flex 5000 tail. Wait, this isn't a Flex. This is a Heathkit SB104 that I'm working on the bench. But I know it's digital because it's got numbers on the front panel here. Reading 38770.0. But you know how those Heathkits will lie. Just checking into the count, say hi to everybody. I put a extra log on the fire tonight, and get your shots. We've had our first shot. We're going to get our second shot next week, a week from tomorrow, I believe. So, good night, 73 to all. WA5E, yes. Good night.
Okay, Byron, well, I'll say you're in the ballpark. It's not exactly what you want there, but it's got possibilities. So keep us posted. We understood 90% of that. All right, this is K5LYN. Who else for the boat anchors tonight? K5LYN listening.
K5AXW.
AXW. Hey, Bill, how you doing?
Doing good. On the National NCX3, driving the 2100B, getting a little help permit. Off-center fed dipole at the fence line, and a static paging mic with a VoiceMax processor. The 10A looks great on the scope, Lynn. You got that sideband knocked out, and it sounds great. So good work. K5LYN, K5AXW.
Okay, Bill, thank you for the report. That's what I was looking for. I don't have everything exactly right. My power's down by a couple hundred watts, so I've got to see what's going on there. I think that's more of the quickie tune-up that I did trying to get this thing on the net tonight. But the sideband suppression was the big deal, because I called the net on double sideband. I was trying to keep up with Rusty 2 weeks ago. What else is new, Bill?
The only other thing is I've got a 160-10L amplifier all torn apart, so that's the current project, and got the Viking 2 working on AM and doing just fine with it. But otherwise doing fine, over.
Yeah, you got a great signal, strongest I've heard. Really, that antenna's doing its job. All right, Bill, good to hear you. Let's make it more often, okay?
Yeah, I usually have production work on Wednesday nights, but we got a little break in the action here, so got a chance to sneak in here. Good net tonight, K5AXW.
All right, well done. Who else for the boat anchors? K5LYN calling and listening. Well, we've had great conditions tonight. We've been going an hour. That's the longest we've done in a long time. The band is beautiful, and everybody's loud in here. And hello to Perry, KB0UOZ up there. All right, somebody else talk to us. I'm listening. K5LYN.
Question. XW recheck.
Go ahead, George.
Yeah, quick signal report for you. I will defer to Bill's observations on the scope. To me, it sounded like you were pushing about 2.8 kilocycles of spectrum. However, there's absolutely no hum or buzz that would speak of, power supply problems. So it sounds good. Over.
Yeah, if it was there, you'd hear it for sure. Yeah, I think I didn't get the tune-up quite right, because the plate current meter on the L4B is barely moving, and that ain't right. But we'll get it figured out. Thanks for the report, George. Anything else?
That's it. I'm going to try to get a hold of that KA5I, IXR, that guy who was north of UT after the net.
Oh, I want to talk to him anyway. Hey, KA5IXR. David, you still there? Well, I guess he moved on. Yeah, he's near us. I was going to say hello to him. All right, moving on. Let's see if anybody else wants to talk to me before I give it back to Jay. K5LYN, listening.
Echo Delta.
SED, Steve.
Well, good evening, Lynn, and all the old boat anchors. K0 SED up in Tyler. Tonight I'm an old trusty Kenwood 520 and a Collins 30L1 and I pull up about that far, and that's about it. Back to you, Lynn. K0 SED.
Outstanding, Steve. Great to hear you. Beautiful signal into Austin. There was somebody else that talked when Steve did. Who was the other person?
Whiskey Oscar Zulu.
Hey, Dan, talk to us.
Just a quick question, Lynn. If it's not a big deal, can you explain how you eliminated that upper sideband on your 10A?
Yeah. There's two transformers in the audio phase shift network, and they feed the plates of a 12AT7, okay? If one of those opens up, you don't know it because everything's working just right. It talks up a storm, but you don't have any sideband suppression. And one of those little transformers had opened up. So Nick sent me two more of them. I didn't have them handy, but I'm also told that a Radio Shack 12-volt filament transformer will work in there too. But Nick had two of them that would mount without any trouble, so I put them in there. Then I did the same thing you and I talked about. Put the microphone in front of the speaker, get it to feedback, receiver on one sideband, transmitter on there, and tune for minimum feedback. That's what I did.
Okay, but it was the transformer that was out. That's the main cause of that one, huh?
Yeah, if you check, if there's not voltage on the plate of the 12AT7, that transformer is out, and that's a famous failure on these deals.
Oh, okay. Didn't know that.
Well, I had heard about that years ago. It never happened to me before, but 2 people 2 weeks ago told me I was on double sideband, and I remembered that. Sure enough, pulled it out of the case. One of the plates of the 12AT7 didn't have any voltage on it, so I knew what it was.
Okay, good deal. Well, I don't know if that's bad or not, but I got a little on the upper side. I'll get it trimmed out if I can, but I'll take a look at that transformer also. Thank you very much, KWOZ.
Okay, good to hear you, Dan. Anybody else before I give it back to Jay? K5LYN. Okay, Jay, I think it's your shot. KM5QS and the boat anchors, K5LYN.
Alrighty. Yeah, we seem to be picking up a little extraneous stuff close by, but we'll work our way through it, I suppose. All right, this is the Boat Anchors Unlimited, and we are doing pretty good this evening. Like Dan said, we've already had 31 check-ins, 32 if you count Dan coming in twice. So, at any rate, is there anyone else out there that we haven't talked to or need a recheck or anything like? Anybody with any traffic for the Boat Anchors Unlimited net, come now, please.
Yeah, comment for Lynn.
You got a question for Lynn?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, I wanted to mention just so you know, you are a little wide. You're like about 3.7. Just so you know, but otherwise sounds good. Everybody, just for an old rig.
Okay, now are you talking about the signal strength or something else?
No, he's talking about your width.
The bandwidth.
Okay, well, I'd expect it to be at least 4.
Well, you're close to it. Nobody else on the old stuff is that wide.
Nobody else's radio was made in 1951 either.
There you go. Well, you're right on there.
Thank you for the report. I appreciate it.
Yeah, W5DK.
Yeah, this is the oldest single sideband rig in the world. Really.
Dang, that's pretty old.
Yeah, it is. Now, there were some people fooling with homebrew projects in their shack in the late 40s, but this was number one that you could actually buy.
Still a little bit tighter than AM.
Yeah. Yeah, we can put it on double sideband and fix that though pretty quick.
Roger.
You got it, Jay.
Okay. I was just sitting here wondering if I could find a wide filter for my 820, but it probably I'll just stick with the 2.8 or what 9 or I'm doing something like that. Anyway, close enough. Anyone else for the Boat Anchors Unlimited net, or have we talked y'all all out? Is that? Can anyone hear that station?
That station that was in there, tracking.
Victor Echo 7, Sierra Yankee Papa.
I can't get him, Jay. All I could tell he's with the 7 station.
Yeah, he's a 7, and his last on his suffix is Papa.
Well, come and make a transmission. Tell us what you're on, where you're at, and somebody will hear you.
Victor Echo 7, Sierra Yankee Papa. Shane, the first name of Vessel Simplicity, offered off the West Coast, anchored off the West Coast of Mexico. Checking into the net, hello net, hope everyone's doing well. I'm on a Icon M610 with an A3 tuner, over.
Over.
Okay. Mike, did you catch the suffix of his call? Victor Echo 7. I think he said he's on the West Coast.
Yeah, all I got was the Papa, but I didn't get the rest of it. He's on an ICOM rig, though. I did catch that.
Well, it's marginal copy, but you are making it down here. So congratulations for that. I'm just tickled to death that I can hear that far. Band must be in better shape than I thought. I didn't quite get your whole call. Maybe try giving it a couple of times phonetically, and I'll see if I can get it.
Victor, Echo 7, Sierra, Meg, Papa, Jane, Florence, the Cayman Vessel, Simplicity, Planted Off, West Coast River.
It's SNP, but he's got some RF on his signal.
Yep. Yeah, there is a little RF on it. I got the Papa, the Victor Echo 7, question mark, Papa. I couldn't quite get the other two.
Echo 7, Sierra, Meg, Papa.
Sierra, Yankee, Papa.
I got it that time. Thank you, sir. Thank you for checking in. And what was your location?
Mexico.
He's in Mexico.
Oh, Mexico. Okay. Well, that's not where I thought he was, but that's fine too. No problem. Well, thank you, sir, for checking in to the Boat Anchors Unlimited Net. We're here every Wednesday night from anywhere from 6:30 to 7:30. We usually start up and run for about an hour or so, and like that. And tonight's been a good night, and thank you for the check-in. We appreciate it.
Thanks a lot. This is someone the phone tonight.
Okay, that was a little bit of a challenge, but that's pretty cool. That's the one I don't think I've seen before. So, anyone else? I think we're about to run out, but anybody else out there?
Yeah,
Recheck? Go ahead.
Yeah, KB0UOZ. If I'm not mistaken, I was having a hard time copying that gentleman. I think he's in a vessel anchored off the west coast of Mexico. Over.
Holy mackerel. Yeah. Okay. That's not bad at all. I'm going to make a note of that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what it was, but you know, I've been known to be wrong before. That's what the women in my life has told me. Anyway, I'll shut up, KB0. You host that.
Thank you, Perry. That's the first time I've worked Maritime Mobile in the Pacific.
November 7, Yankee, November.
And I did it on the Boat Anchor Net. I love my Kenwood. All right, Rusty, see if you can stir some more up. I think I've run dry.
We had one there, Jay.
I'll get him. I can hear him. All right, the other 7 station, go ahead.
November 7, Yankee, November. I think I double with him every time he called for check-ins there. It was just bad timing. I don't know if you guys can hear me at all on this bunch of wire I've got up in the bushes here.
Yeah, I hear you. Go ahead.
Hey, good to get in there. The Boat Anchor Net. I think I was in here once before, but it's been a while on a FTDX 560 tonight. And I think I've got it on frequency. It seems to be anyway. So I want to see how you're doing there, but I think I'm hitting about probably close to 300 on the peaks there. Running barefoot tonight. I got a little dipole up in the air, about 12 feet.
Roger. You say you're on an old Yaesu FTDX 560?
Yes, Roger.
Okay. What's your location up there?
Buckeye, Arizona, about 40 miles west of Phoenix. If you look me up on QRZ, I'm not actually at my home QDH right now, but I'm only about 10 miles away.
Okay. Well, yeah, the old Yaesu's getting here from Arizona then. All right. I appreciate you checking in, and that may be a first. Maybe the first time we've ever had one of the old Yaesu FTDX 560s. Doing about 300 watts there. Appreciate you checking in there. Anything else for the net?
I don't really think so. Yeah, I've got several of these old silver face Yaesus, 560s, 570s, 400s, 401s. I really like them. They make a lot of heat, and they're kind of heavy. I wonder if you guys could tell me that AM net that's on tonight, the AMI, does the net start at 8 Pacific, or is that the early check-in?
I believe that's correct. Yeah, because we'll hear them start coming in about the time we get through with our net.
Hey, roger that. I just wondered if you guys are on there too for sure. I think they change the time every once in a while in the winter time, but it's been a while since I've been on. Well, anyway, I appreciate you picking me up, and you guys are running a fine net there. N7YM.
Okay, appreciate it there. Catch you next time. This is WK5R with the Boat Anchors Unlimited net. Anybody else out there that wants to check in, come now.
KE5ARQ.
KE5ARQ, I believe it was.
Yes, sir. It's Kilo Echo 5 Alpha Romeo Quebec. The name is James, Floresville, Texas.
Yes, sir, James. Go ahead.
Yeah, good evening, everybody. I'm running a Kenwood TS830S at an inverted V about 40 feet, Shure 444 mic, and that is about it.
Roger, roger, James. The 830 sounds great there. All right. Who else for the Boat Anchors Unlimited net there, if I can spit it out? I did hear another station back there. Come now.
Yeah, me, Recheck, LYM.
ACG.
Okay, I got a Victor Papa Alpha, I believe it. Stand by just a second. Go ahead, Lynn.
Yeah, I think I retrieved a couple hundred watts here. Is this sounding better?
Hey, you're sounding good to start with. I can't tell much difference.
Okay, let's put her on the meters. Carry on, Rusty. Thank you, K5LYM.
Okay, the two stations that tried to check in after James there, come again. Kilo Echo Zero, Victor Papa Alpha, go ahead.
Roger, good evening, everyone. It's the first time calling into the Boat Anchor Network. In Giant TR4C and the Turner 254 mic into someone about 40 meters. All the Boat Anchors.
Roger, roger. What's your name and where are you located?
My name is Jonathan.
All right, yeah, you're making a good trip down to northeastern Texas from Iowa there, John. Appreciate you checking in, and the Drake station is doing its thing. Over. Roger, roger. All right, who else for the Boat Anchors Unlimited? Come now.
Whiskey Delta 5 Alpha Charlie Golf.
Whiskey Delta 5 Alpha Charlie Golf. Go ahead.
Good evening. This is Dennis up here in Southport, Colorado. I'm on the Hot Water 101 tonight, and everybody feels pretty good. The noise over here, my QTH is about 2S units, so things sound pretty good. Looks like I might be pushing maybe 100. That's about as good as it gets. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, the Hot Water 101 is sounding good down here in Texas there. Over.
Yeah, appreciate it. Yeah, the antenna. This thing, I was talking to another buddy of mine, but it's an offset or off-center fed coaxial resonant diapole. And I've been playing with this thing for a while. And anyway, it seems to work. I could even hear the station up in Iowa. And then at one station y'all were trying to dig out earlier, the 7th station, I could hear him actually where I'm at.
Roger, roger. Probably might have got a better hop than what we were getting here. Anyway, appreciate you checking in. Anything else for the net?
No, that's about it. We'll send back your copy in the mail tonight.
Roger, roger. All right, we'll catch you next time. All right, who else for the Boat Anchors Unlimited? Come now.
Kilo Charlie 6 Charlie November.
Kilo Charlie 6 Charlie November. Go ahead.
How you doing tonight? Just wanted to jump in, say hello to everybody. I'm actually on a modern rig, but using the Boat Anchor linear and my standard 600 ohm ladder line antenna.
Roger, roger. Thing sounds fantastic. Appreciate you checking in.
7-3s, Lynn. Take care. And nice to hear everybody on Boat Anchor Net.
Roger, roger. All right, who else for the Boat Anchors Unlimited net? Come now. One more time. Who else out there for the Boat Anchors Unlimited net? Come now. There was somebody there. Try it again.
Alpha Charlie 1, Golf Sierra, but I'm not sure you
Alpha Charlie 1, Golf Sierra, go ahead. Gonna need a relay.
I think he had a collision.
He's on a Kenwood 530S.
Okay, thank you, Perry. Oh, I don't know where he was at, but it was a 1 station. Anyway, appreciate the relay there. All right, who else for the Boat Anchors Unlimited net? Okay, looks like I've hit the end of the string there. You want to go around one more time, Lynn, or what do you want to do? K5LYN, WK5R.
Well, we've been here an hour and 20 minutes, Rusty. I'd say we ought to take one last comment and see if anybody needs to talk to any one of us, and then call it a night. Some normal people might want to operate here. Over.
Roger. Yeah, the band's going down between me and you. You want me to go ahead and tie the ribbons on it?
Yeah, do it on your end. I'll do it on mine, then we'll give it to Jay.
Okay. All right. This is last call. Boat Anchors Unlimited net. Anybody else out there want to talk to can copy me? Come now.
85 IBU.
All right, go ahead, Leon.
Yeah, just want to jump in here and say hello.
Yeah. You mind if I get back up out of the floor, get back in the chair?
That was a Lima station.
Thank you, Leon. All right. I'll save my 73s, and I guess, and when it comes back, when Jay gets through with it, I guess I'll tie the final ribbons on it if you want to do it that way. But over to you, Lynn, K5LYN, WK5R.
Very fine, Rusty. Yeah, we're about to lose it tonight. Anybody need to talk to me before we shut it down? K5LYN, listening?
Hey, Lynn, you got a guy trying to check in Spain. I'm hearing his last is like Lima.
Somebody tried to tell me something. Better send me an email in the morning, because I don't think I'm going to get it. Over.
Okay, somebody was relaying that we had a check in there ending in Lima.
Let's give it to Jay. Let him wind it up. Jay, talk. Rusty may have to throw it to him.
Okay. I think the band's starting to dip a little bit, although it is stretched out pretty good. It did really well. We had 39 so far, not counting me. But at any rate, this is KM5QS with the Boat Anchors Unlimited. We're winding it down. We've about used up our allotted time. So is there anyone we missed that can hear me well? Come now, please.
Well done, Jay. You're still loud here.
Thank you, sir. Well, 1,500, and I can't say. Anyway, everyone, we have surely enjoyed this evening. We've appreciated each and every one of y'all that checked in and enjoyed listening to all these old rigs. They still work. They still here. And I kind of like them. Of course, the new ones are good, too. But we appreciate everybody taking the time and effort to check in and keep these things on the air so we don't forget where we came from. And don't forget those of us that are silent now. I know everybody still remembers, but if anyone missed the news about Jude, N5NGC, he is a silent key now. So condolences to his family. Best wishes for them and in their grief and in our grief, because he will surely be missed. So good night, everyone. KM5QS 73s. God bless. Stay safe. Stay healthy.
Okay, Jay, appreciate it. This is WK5R. We are now closing the Boat Anchors Unlimited net and returning this frequency to normal MSW. WK5R.
Good night, guys.
Got a great net tonight. Best one.
Best one ever.